honeypot operations sting.
Grooming you into that club.
If you are working in the highest of intelligence operations, and you are working for a government that by landmass is very small, you need to be much more creative about how you're going to control assets that you need to control. What is the worst thing that a person can do in this world that cannot be forgiven? This is that, right? Child sex crimes. Worst thing a human being, one that there's no going back from that. Worse than using the N-word, right? Worse.
Like there's just,
There's no forgiveness.
You
Right?
can't excuse it.
So wouldn't that, if you have
even
no,
in the prison system.
if you have no morality, you have no morality, you need to control people at all costs that are in high power positions,
So
and you have money.
All morals and ethics are out the window. Like
Clearly.
Not even considering that as an option.
The only way that you can actually logically think about this is to take all the morality out and understand that's how it's operating. Because when you have the morality into it, you're constantly going, I don't understand. You don't have to understand. This is not about you understanding why they did it. This is understanding how they did it.
How they did it.
You don't need to know why. You're never going to know why because you're not gross.
Because we're not predators.
Because we're not disgusting people. I don't need to know why. I don't want to know why.
Right.
I don't want to know any of that. I just need to understand how. How did it go so long? Who is involved?
And how is it now the President of the United States of America?
No, but he is entrapped into all this. This is why he's doing exactly what this entire operation was meant to do. When it gets revealed, nobody freaking talk. And if you're in a power position, destroy everything. Melinda French Gates was like, I met Jeffrey Epstein one time, and I knew immediately he was the personification of evil. That is why women's intuition is so real. Like I listen to it because when I've not listened to it, I was obviously wrong, and I'm like, oh well, I'm listening from now on. She obviously has very good intuition. He continued to hang out with him, and the reason is like, oh, Jeffrey has the ability to get the coolest people together at a dinner party. No. Look, I understand that,
like socially, yes.
No,
yes.
but
I'm just.
We're not talking like normal. We're not talking just like our like. Oh, we're happy to see these people. It's like, if you're trying to save the world from AIDS, if you have, do you see what I'm saying? If you're all of a sudden you get to meet Prince Andrew at this table, maybe Prince Andrew will help you get an endowment. Maybe he will become the patron to help your charity save the world from AIDS.
Why can't you do that and not be a predator?
This is what I realized is like somebody had said there's only 150 men to control everything, and they're billionaires and higher, right?
Yeah.
Maybe high multi, but generally,
you know,
they control everything, and this is such evidence of that. It's not even funny,
right?
Because then it tracks. If you're like, why do we not care about kids? That's why we don't care.
You know what's so funny is that's one of the pillars of like the MAGA movement is like how the upper elite are the ones who control everything, and that's why they like Donald Trump, because he wasn't part of the established political regime that's running the world.
Look, it's just like the communist movement. It was like, these people are bad. Then you give them power, and then they become the bad people.
But I think
corruption corrupts.
What is that? He was a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Sure.
We knew.
I mean, we knew, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to believe us.
And
then some of them still don't want to believe us. Some people still don't think he's in the Epstein files, or list.
This was one of the other things that was very compelling. There was a kind of like a reel, but it was like this guy was posing this question to like a hardcore MAGA person, and he goes, "Okay, I have a question for you. Freaky Friday. They switch bodies. Okay, in this world, hypothetically, two people can switch bodies. If Kamala Harris and Donald Trump switch bodies, and Kamala Harris was inside Donald Trump's body, and Donald Trump was inside Kamala Harris's body, who would you vote for?" He says, I would vote for Donald Trump's body.
Donald
Trump's body 100% of the time in America. I just need a man. I just need a man. And that tracked with my Trump supporter friends that I was trying to like find a pathway through. When he finally admitted, like I'll be honest with you, like I couldn't vote for a woman. I couldn't vote for a black woman. That was, I'll be honest with you guys, I'll be honest, that was it. I at least be honest.
It's okay.
But at least, okay, thank you for being honest, right? But at least if we know the truth, we can strategically work
through it.
Towards towards the right candidate.
Yeah.
That would require the general. Like, I'm just looking. Look, do I care about the most?
We all love.
I need the next election.
We all love AOC, but I like AOC. I don't think she would be able to be the primary on the ticket. I think she would be a good VP for sure.
Okay, so AOC.
As a
Totally
VP.
total hypothetical. Stephen Colbert. He's pissed. He's pissed.
Okay, so Stephen Colbert, did you hear that?
So
Aaron Person just said something about how CBS is going to give Trump like 20 million.
Yeah, so there was a $16 million settlement. Do you know this? $16 million settlement.
No, airtime. 20 or something like that. And I was like, you can't do that. Isn't that
Yes, that was a violation of the FCC. They already violated it the first time around.
They're going to do it again.
No, it wasn't. The person who violated it first was Donald Trump
And
on SNL.
Yeah.
So once that, yes, you are correct. There is that, but that's actually for campaigning. He's the president now, so no.
It doesn't matter.
No.
So then we can just live in like some authoritarian weird regime.
Welcome. Everybody is like way far. I'm like already like, are you guys not? I already know where I'm living in the present. Everybody's still talking this hypothetical. Like, what do they mean that? Like, you're all reasoning it. Stop reasoning something that is obviously happening. There is a car crash in front of your fucking face. Stop telling me how the car crash happened. I don't need to know. I saw the crash.
I saw it too.
Can we get these people out of the fucking car with the jaws of life? That's where I'm at. Like, why is everybody telling me? I don't know. I just
don't understand. When does it end? When is it going to stop? At what point are we like, okay, this power is like a little bit too much power? What is it that MAGA wants ultimately? Not the established politicians, but his following. What is it that they ultimately want? And I want them to be honest. I want them to be honest.
They want us to go back to slavery.
Like,
yeah. Why do you think they're making kids go back to work?
Why do you okay, but then every time you talk to a MAGA person, they're like, I'm not racist.
No, because
I just want cheaper eggs. And then like the eggs aren't fucking cheaper, but they still think Donald Trump is doing something wonderful. And I'm like, well, what is he doing?
Look, if I'm in a room with somebody who says I'm not a wife beater, but his wife has 2 black eyes, am I gonna sit there and still talk to the motherfucker? No, I'm leaving. And I'm taking her with me. You guys that are like still trying to find out like, oh, maybe we can reason with him. Maybe he did. What the fuck are you talking about? There's 2 black eyes in this fucking country right now. What are you waiting for? How much are you gonna let this guy beat fucking Statue of Liberty, our freedom, down? She's got 2 black eyes. Now you want him to, what else do you want him to assault on her?
Right.
What does he have to do to her for you to recognize, like, it's time. It's time to stand up. It's time for us to show them such resistance that they are scared of us. They have to be scared, not violently, but they need to be scared of us, that our unification of ourselves and our ability to say absolutely not, we're not going to allow this, is powerful. We have been able to push back at times when we really stand up. But when we're sitting there talking about like, was there a list? Dude, we're so far past the fucking list right now. Like, if he's purging the files.
Right, there is a list. If you just fucking listen to women, there is your list. Women have come forward. Women have named him. Dozens of women have named him. There's a list.
They're purging the fucking evidence, and we're still asking about if there's a list. Like, they're destroying the list. Clearly, there's a list. Whether it's a list, it's not a list, and quote unquote, because it's a file.
Bundy and what's his face? Kash Patel.
Oh yeah, he's a coward.
They ought to be ashamed of him. First of all, he talked a big ass game before he got put into that position about how it was so corrupt and how he was going to do the right thing and release the list and da 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 da.
You need to understand.
And now he's there.
Pam Bondi was the Attorney General of Florida during the prime. So she has a vested interest to hide what she did.
Right.
Do you understand that? That makes perfect sense. That's what I'm like, you guys.
But she still should be ashamed.
Stop thinking that they're like have some sense of we're gonna do this right. We're way past that. They're just gonna do whatever, and the longer that we sit there like talking about it in a reasonable way, they're just still doing it.
How do we get back? How do we advocate? Because they purposely dismissed Congress, took an early recess to delay the vote, to release the files, which we already know how everybody's gonna vote. We have Republicans